What happens when one woman dares to speak the truth in a room full of silence? Most people stay quiet to keep things easy, but not Melissa Hortman. This is the story of how one bold sentence shook a government and inspired thousands to finally speak up. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you might feel a little braver too. ****.
Melissa Hortman isn't a celebrity. She's not a viral influencer. She's a quiet force, a lawyer, a mother, and a leader from Minnesota who never planned to make headlines. But when the moment came, she stood up, spoke out, and changed the conversation in a way no one saw coming. She's proved that real courage doesn't always roar, sometimes, it just tells the truth out loud. It all started during a serious debate in the Minnesota House. Most lawmakers walked out. But Melissa stayed, and what she said next shocked everyone. It was just one sentence, but it was powerful enough to spark headlines, heat, and history. Ready to hear it? Who is Melissa Hortman? From Minnesota, raised in a state known for strong values and stronger voices. A lawyer by profession, smart, steady, and driven by justice. Believes in fairness, truth, and speaking up when it matters. Entered politics not for power, but to stand for people who feel unheard. A working mom, balancing family, career, and leadership with quiet strength. Focused on real issues, like clean energy, education, and equal rights. What drives Melissa Hortman? Not chasing fame. She never cared about the spotlight. She believes leadership is service, not status. Justice matters more than popularity. She speaks for those who are often ignored. Her goal? Make laws that help real people live better lives. Quiet, steady, and deeply committed to what's right, not what's easy. What drives Melissa Hortman? Not chasing fame. She never cared about the spotlight. She believes leadership is service, not status. Justice matters more than popularity. She speaks for those who are often ignored. Her goal? Make laws that help real people live better lives. Quiet, steady, and deeply committed to what's right, turning not what's easy. What really happened? A serious debate was happening in the Minnesota House. The topic? Issues affecting communities of color. One by one, many lawmakers, mostly white men, started leaving the room. Melissa noticed, and she didn't stay silent. She stood up and said, "I'm tired of watching white men leave the chamber every time we talk about people of color." The room froze. Some were shocked. Some were angry. But outside that room, millions listened. Her words went viral. Inside the chamber, the moment that changed everything. Lawmakers were gathered for a long, late-night debate. The topic was serious, racial disparities and justice. But as the discussion began, many lawmakers quietly walked out. Melissa stayed, watching the chamber grow emptier. It wasn't the first time, and she'd had enough. She walked to the mic and called it out, boldly and clearly. In just one sentence, she shook the room. She didn't raise her voice, her words were strong enough. Her bold statement, straight from the heart. Melissa stood alone in a half-empty chamber. She looked around and spoke the truth, without fear. Her words? "I'm tired of watching white men leave the chamber every time we talk about people of color." No shouting. No drama. Just raw honesty. The room went silent. But the message hit hard. Outside the walls of that chamber, the world was listening. It wasn't just a statement, it was a challenge. She spoke what many were thinking, but afraid to say. Public and media reaction, the shockwave. The clip of her statement went viral overnight. News outlets across the country picked it up, fast. Some called her divisive. Others called her a hero. Thousands praised her for saying what needed to be said. Social media exploded with support and conversation. People who had never heard her name were suddenly talking about justice. Her words sparked a movement, one rooted in truth and courage. The response, mixed, loud, and powerful. Some critics said she was being disrespectful or too direct. A few even demanded she apologize, but Melissa didn't back down, not even for a second. Supporters flooded in, calling her brave, honest, and necessary. Many women and minorities felt seen and heard for the first time. Her words gave others the courage to speak up, too. She became more than a politician, she became a symbol of truth. Why it mattered, more than just words. Her statement broke the silence on uncomfortable truths. It started a real conversation about race, privilege, and representation. It showed that one voice can hold a room accountable. The focus shifted from politics to people who were being ignored. It forced leaders to look at their own actions and inactions. It wasn't just a moment, it was the start of meaningful dialogue. Melissa's response, no regrets, only truth. She didn't apologize, because she meant every word. Melissa said, I won't apologize for speaking the truth. Calm and confident, she stood her ground, firmly. Her focus stayed on justice, not approval. She proved that real leaders don't fold under pressure. Her courage reminded everyone, truth doesn't need permission. Rising up, becoming Speaker of the House. In 2019, Melissa Hortman was elected Speaker of the Minnesota House. From speaking up, to leading the entire chamber. She brought calm, focus, and clear vision to the role. She didn't change who she was, she just amplified her impact. Her leadership proved, quiet strength can lead loud rooms. The same voice that once stood alone, was now guiding the House forward. Her leadership style, quiet power in action. She speaks less, but says what matters. Firm when it's right, calm when it's tough. She brings people together, not to control, but to include. Focused on progress, not popularity. She listens to voices often left out, and gives them a seat at the table. Her strength isn't loud, it's steady, smart, and unstoppable. What she fights for, real change, real impact. Education, making sure every child gets a fair chance, no matter their background. Climate action, pushing for clean energy and protecting the planet for future generations. Equality, standing up for women, people of color, and anyone treated unfairly. Her work isn't about headlines, it's about hope, justice, and future. She turns strong values into stronger laws. The takeaway/life lesson. Dream big, but back it up with hard work every single day. Stand up for what's right, even when it's not easy or popular. Use your voice to help others, real leadership is about service, not power. Never stop learning, education opens doors to make a bigger impact. Balance your passion with kindness, being human matters as much as being strong. Even in tragedy, your legacy can inspire others to keep fighting for change. Your voice is your power, silence lets problems grow. Speaking up sparks change, even when it feels scary or hard. One brave word can inspire thousands to stand together. Staying quiet won't fix injustice, but your voice can. Every big movement started with someone saying, enough is enough. When you speak up, you give others permission to do the same. Don't wait for permission, your story matters right now. Your voice has the power to change the world, will you choose to speak up today? Remember this, speak up when it counts, because your voice can change everything.